Hello students, today let us learn about the Earth's grid system, that is latitude and longitude. So first let us understand and why are these latitudes and longitudes and this grid system important. So these latitudes are horizontal lines, longitudes are vertical lines. So when they meet together they form the grid. We will learn about how that happens. But why are these important? Because these help us about just learn about the location, okay, and the temperatures of various places and the pressure and etc. We'll be learning about all those things in the further modules. So first let us learn about types of locations. First is relative location. A relative location specifies a particular position or a place relating it to another known position or another place. Okay, so I'll give you an example. With this, you will understand very well what is relative location. So, someone comes to you and asks, where is Singania school? For an example. So, you will say, go to Cadbury Junction, and from there just turn right and then just go straight, and there will be Satkar Residency Hotel just opposite to that is the Singania school. Or if someone asks you ki where is Orchid school, you will say ki come to Dharmachapada. From there just come ahead, you will come to Azad Nagar se you go to take a left and then go straight. There is a slope, so go down. Just opposite to that slope is the Orchid school. So in that way you understand this location. To just understand ki where that location is there, you give another known very famous location, okay, or very easily spottable location. Okay, this is here done by using known landmarks or reference points as we did just now. Absolute location. Now, what is this absolute location? It indicates position based on the coordinates of the grid system. Okay, we know that in a graph paper we have coordinates. Okay, so the same way in a grid system, because of these latitudes and longitudes, we form a grid and there are coordinates in them. Okay, we with this we can use the location can be found. So if you want to know location of a place specifically, and if you see where is Singania school, I am giving just example. I don't actually really know the absolute location of that school, but just giving an example, you will say it is 35 degrees north and 45 degrees south. That is the latitude and longitude, which makes the coordinates. So of course absolute location becomes a little bit difficult while understanding in regular thing, but relative location helps us in that. But if you want to measure the or if you want to check the location of certain place, okay, on a large scale, okay, then absolute location is going to help you. There you can't say कि this place is south to America and next to this and this to that you can't do. Here latitude and longitudes can only help you. That is only absolute location can help you. What are these lines of latitudes? Lines of latitudes is an angular distance of a place north or south of of the equator from the center of the earth. Okay, so equator is the diameter of earth. Okay, okay, so the center of the earth which is there, from there the equator is formed. Okay, so from the equator I'll just show you with the help of a brush. Yeah, so this is the equator. From here if you check the angle, it is somewhat about 30 degrees. So like this 30 degrees north latitude. Okay, from here angular distance you take 30 degrees, so it is like that. It's like angular distance you take. Yeah, here if you take, it is 90 degree north. Okay, so like that is the latitude. Now let's move ahead. What are characteristics of these latitudes? The horizontal lines that run from east to west parallel to the equator are the lines of latitudes. Okay, they are also called as the parallels of latitude as they are parallel to each other. Okay, they never intersect. There are total 181 latitudes. 90 degrees north, 90 degrees south, and one equator, total 181 latitudes. Now each parallel of latitude is a circle except for the poles. Okay, each latitudes are circle. Okay, but the poles which are there is just a dot because it's at the 90 degree. The distance between any two latitudes is always equal. Why? Because it's parallel. Okay, it never intersects, so its distance between them is always equal. It determines the climate of a place. Now we will be learning about these climates in the next part of the same chapter and same module. Okay, the lines of latitudes are varying in length. Okay, these latitudes which are there, they vary in length. Okay, so certain latitude which is there at a lower angular distance is going to be bigger, but certain latitude at a higher angle is going to be less. The lines, all lines of latitude except the equator are small circles. We will be learning about the small circle and great circles in detail afterwards. For now, let's move to longitudes. Longitude is angular distance of a place east or west of a place from prime meridian from center of earth. As we saw, equator was the prime latitude. Here prime meridian is the main longitude over here. Okay, so now it is east or west. So to form vertical from either from here somewhere, the angle is taken, not there. What's that happening? Yeah. So from here, from the center of the earth, angle is taken. So if it's this angle, then the latitude goes like. Okay. So now let's go ahead. Characteristics of longitudes. The vertical lines running north to south that converge at poles are called as the lines of longitudes. Okay. These converge at the poles as they are like this. Okay. There are total 360 lines of longitudes on the globe. Why are there 360 lines of longitudes? Now this is complete circle, and when there is a complete circle, there is an angle of 360 degrees. Okay, so if all 360 degrees are just taking one longitude, there are going to be 360 longitudes in the globe. Each meridian of longitude is a semicircle by shape. Okay, a latitude was a complete circle, but longitude is a semicircle. Why does that happen? Because it's from North Pole to South Pole only. It does not go from North Pole to South Pole and again North Pole to form a circle. It just forms a semicircle. The distance between any two meridians is unequal as they converge at poles. So if say this is the longitude, distance between them is always going to be unequal. Either distance alag hai, either it's short, at the middle it's long. So it's like it will happen like that because they converge at the poles. It determines time of a place. Again, we will be learning about this further. The lines of longitudes are equal in length. All the longitudes are equal in length. Then the longitudes are half of great circle. Okay, a great circle is complete diameter of the globe. Half of the globe is a longitude. Okay, longitudes are known as meridians of longitudes as the places of on a particular longitude experiences the midday, sun or noon. That's called as the meridian at the same time. Local time and standard time. Local time is a time of a place reckoned by the midday sun of the local time of a place. Okay, so on a latitude, say a longitude, say some place is so say that Mumbai at this latitude now longitude now is it's 10 a.m. Okay, but why is that 10 a.m. Or say it's 12 noon? Why is that 12 noon? Because in Mumbai the sun is directly overhead. Okay, and it's midday, noon. But at some other place it may not be so. Okay, now if you go to Bengal, okay, in such time it may be some other time. Okay, not specific that it is going to be noon only over here, because the sun has already gone there and now it has come over here. Okay, so this can lead to confusion of time. So to avoid this confusion of time, local time is not used, but there is standard time. Standard time is the uniform time based on the central meridian of the whole country is the standard time. Okay, this is to avoid confusion. Now say one prime longitude in a country is decided. Whatever is the time at that country is going to be the time in the whole country, so that there is no such time difference in the country. Great circle. A great circle is the largest possible circle that can be drawn on the surface of the globe. Now so let us now learn about the great circle's characteristic. A great circle is the largest possible circle that can be drawn on a surface of the sphere, as we have learnt. A circle is always formed when a sphere is divided exactly in half. Okay? In an infinite number of great circles can be formed on this Earth's surface. So a number of diameters can be formed. A number of great circles can be formed on a sphere. Okay, there is no such limit on it. Okay, but if you say latitudes which are in great circle, it's only one, the equator. Why? We will learn further. Okay, intersecting great circles always bisect each other. They all are of same size and divide the sphere into two halves. Let's move ahead. As we know, equator is a great circle. Why is equator only a great circle? As it divides the earth into two equal halves, that is, and therefore it is the largest possible circle that can be drawn on a sphere. It's just equal to the circumference. Small circle. Small circle is all circles that can be drawn on a sphere except for a great circle. Okay, although it does not pass through the center, it's always smaller than a great circle. Characteristics of small circle. The line of division that passes through any point other than the center of the sphere is the small circle. Always it's smaller than the great circle. It divides the sphere into two unequal parts. Okay, it may or may not bisect each other. All are of different sizes. IST. IST is the Indian Standard Time. Okay, as we saw before, there is absolute. We saw that. So before this, we learnt about local time and the standard time. Okay, so the standard time of India is the time fixed reference to Allahabad. Allahabad is almost in the middle of India, therefore it's the central prime longitude of India. So whatever time is there at Allahabad is going to be time in whole India. GMT, Greenwich Mean Time. It is the time fixed with reference to Greenwich, which is in London, at 0 degrees. It's done in order to maintain uniformity in time corresponding to prime meridians followed all over the world. AM and PM. AM is anti-meridian. Okay, it is before the midday or noon. Before the sun comes overhead, it is midday. And next is PM, that is post-meridian, which is after the midday or the noon. Geographic grid. Geographic grid is the network of latitudes and longitudes drawn on a map or globe that help us to locate a place known as the geography grid. We all have seen and understood what is a geographic grid. Here you can understand better by looking at these pictures. Heat zones. Let's now learn about how latitudes help us understand or help us know the temperature and the climate of a place. the first, now there are some prime latitudes which are there. Okay, so these prime latitudes are equator, tropic of Cancer, tropic of Capricorn, Arctic Circle, Antarctic Circle. Okay, so these which are there, they form a belt. Okay, a zone where there are different temperatures. The first is the torrid zone, which is between tropic of Capricorn and tropic of Cancer. Okay, now the region between tropic of Cancer and tropic of Capricorn receives direct sun rays almost throughout the year. Okay, as it's situated in the middle, the sun's rays all come direct always throughout the year. So it's usually hot. Okay, tropic zone. Then is the temperate zone, which is the region between tropic of Cancer and Antarctic Circle in the north hemisphere, and tropic of Capricorn and Antarctic Circle in south hemisphere. The sun rays are a little bit slanting over here. Okay, so it is like almost, it is just a, it's almost a little bit cold over here, not too hot. Okay, next is the frigid zone, which is beyond the Arctic circles to the poles, Arctic and Antarctic circles to the poles. So this is very very cold place because it does not actually receive any vertical rays of sun. So on a larger area, the heat is concentrated. Let us learn about some important longitudes. First is the prime meridian. The prime meridian is the 0 degree longitude that passes through Greenwich near London. Okay. Next is the international dateline. International dateline is the line of longitude that is 180 degree east and west, at which a day is lost or gained when crossing it. A day is added if we go from west to east of that international dateline, or a day is lost if we cross the international dateline from east to west. It is a zigzag line to avoid causing difference in dates within the same country, and dateline bends as follows zigzag course and passes only seas or water bodies. Now let us now learn about some important latitudes. The first one is the equator. Equator is the most important latitude at 0 degree, is the largest circle to be drawn on a globe. Next is the let's learn about more in this equator. It's halfway and divides the earth into north and south hemisphere. We learned about tropic latitudes. Okay, tropic latitudes are tropic of Cancer and tropic of Capricorn at 23.5 degrees north and south respectively. Tropic of Cancer is the most northerly circle where sun can be directly overhead, which is 21st June, that is summer solstice. The most southerly position is the Tropic of Capricorn, where the sun can be directly overhead, which is 22nd of December, that is winter solstice. Polar latitudes. They are Arctic Circle and Antarctic Circle. Arctic Circle and Antarctic Circle are situated at 66.5 degrees north and south respectively. On summer solstice, one can see the sun above the horizon for 24 hours in Arctic Circle, whereas in winter solstice, one can see the sun above the horizon for 24 years. It's seen at Antarctic Circles. Next is the measurement of distances. The distances are measured in angles and not on linear distance on the globe. Now, from angles, the angles are always going to be same in all places, but on different globes of different size, the linear distance may change. So therefore, it is taken in angular. Time differences. From one longitudinal difference, there is a difference of 4 minutes. Why does that happen? Earth takes 24 hours to complete one complete rotation, that is 360 degrees complete करने के लिए 24 hours लगता है. So if Earth completes 1 degree of its rotation, is going to be 24 into 60 upon 360, which is almost 4 minutes. Now the standard meridians they are always at an interval of 7.5 degrees, because every 7.5 degree longitude makes a difference of 30 minutes or half an hour. This ensures that the time differences between places is in multiples of half hour. This makes calculations simpler and convenient. With this, we have completed the chapter. I hope you must have understood the chapter. Thank you.